Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the Washington Redskins. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the Chicago Bears. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Redskin team as they interplay here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, it's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall.
Ready? Blue ready. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
Jameis now on first down. And his first look is incomplete. And a quick look at Washington's offense.
And I think we'll see a renewed sense of urgency out of this team this week because they have to make sure they don't waste this homestand. They had a home game last week, lost it. Now they've got the second straight. They've got to take advantage of it, get a win before they head out on the road.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Now a man in his 13th NFL season. It's Adrian Peterson. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. A look at the starters now defensively for the Bears. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
They held them to well under 200 yards of total offense. That's a number you can really focus on, too, because the way offenses run in today's game, they're usually pretty smooth, and they give you a lot of misdirection, a lot of trickery. They were able to hold in there and stuff them.
And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner Kyle Fuller. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Trubisky.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward. I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And he's got this down to the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
First down, a run with Cohen. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the 31, Trubisky over the middle, and it's incomplete. J.C. Jackson there defensively to knock it away. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed.
And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers. After the snap, got it down and let him pop it through the posts.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. This is Geis. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. A look at the numbers for Geis a week ago. 16 carries, 66 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
59 mark, 59 mark, check, 59.
3rd and short yardage, Winston. Open man is Quinn, able to connect.
Here we go.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On first down, this is Geis. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin.
I'm going to hit you.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
On play action, Winston. He gets it complete to Latimer. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Geis alone in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. Now Winston. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Trey Quinn, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got the guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 2nd down. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. And he whips that one incomplete there. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. To throw is Winston. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, a Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
That's it, baby. That's ready. Black 25. And 58 is a mic. Go 58.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find Harris. Complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a run with Geis. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Ready. Who ready? Mike's 59. You better be afraid of me. You better.
Here's Peterson. He's got it on the draw. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Let me go. Let me go.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Winston. And that is incomplete. He's looking for Ridley again. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. From the gun, it's a give to Peterson. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. And he finds McLaurin. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll run with Geis. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That really sets them back, a loss of 6.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Mike, ready? 59. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now on 2nd and 16. Winston, throw left side, complete. It's Peterson.
Yeah.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. Artie Burns, former first-rounder, there to break that one up.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
A reminder that we kick off Week 4 on Thursday night. A good one in Lambeau. Eagles and Packers, two teams with eyes on the playoffs this year in the NFC. Coverage starting at 8:20 Eastern. And hard to believe it, we also have a couple of teams coming up on a bye week already in Week 4, the Jets and the Niners. Here's Trubisky to throw. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing here, Trubisky. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. On 1st down, Cohen. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Play action. Now Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The guilty party that time, Charles Leno Jr. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now it's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Trubisky to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Your trip is here.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And our focus now moves to Adrian Peterson. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Geis. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. And he gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. From the gun, Winston. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Let me go.
Jameis now on 1st down. And he slings one that's incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Winston now. Got a man, that's Quinn. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Onto the field now come the Bears. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
That is caught by Cohen. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston, and this is incomplete. The Redskins on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And able to find Graham, complete. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. On first down, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now Trubisky. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jonathan Allen gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. Now meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, a bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You've got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, where it was the visiting Bengals who were able to come away with the road victory. John Ross a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. 28-14 was your final score. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville, see what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Tennessee Titans. 27-7, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. This is Miller, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Kid had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Guy's showing he's going to be an important part of this Redskin backfield as he's in there again for first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Ready, flag, 59. Get him, get him, get him. Let's go.
Geis with a carry on second down. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
58, boys, 58, Mike. Let him know, let him know.
On third down, Winston. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 20. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Trubisky. And his throw here is incomplete.
He's not going to get me.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game now. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Eddie Jackson with a tackle. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too. Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Again, it's Cohen.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Tackle made by Thomas Davis. From the 36, Trubisky. His throw incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Trubisky to throw, and he finds Jimmy Graham. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Trubisky now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
On second down, Montgomery. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. This is Cohen. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Check 56. Yeah, that's what I do.
Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead is now 10-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and there's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bilal Nichols. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. The give to Peterson out of the gun. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13. 3rd and long for Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Robert Quinn in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bears take over. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards into Chicago 1st down. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trubisky. The connection made. It's Graham. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Let's go!
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
I'm going back to you.
From the gun, it's Trubisky, and his throw's going to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
4 down, check, 4 down.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Check me out.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 37. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
50.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And his throw is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Trubisky will throw. This is caught by Robinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, You often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
50. Yeah, right there, 56. There we go, here we go.
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On second and very short. Trubisky to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on third downs, and now they face a 3rd and inches. Throwing here, Trubisky. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal. You did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes. You don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Redskins offense now. They head back onto the field.
Ready. Black 25 behind. Check, 59. Hey, watch the slant.
A first down throw for Winston. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Winston. And this one's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Winston. And that will be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They try again with Cohen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They go play action. Trubisky. Robinson's got it. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now it's Trubisky. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Trubisky. He finds Robinson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 39. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Right there, 56. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
First down. Here's the run with Montgomery. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll drop the throw. And Graham's got it. Complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Winston now. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. Touchdown, Washington. Calvin Ridley. His first touchdown of the new season as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is down to 2. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Winston to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to get it to AP out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down. He's back to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. No gain at all on the play there. That brings up 4th.
Big stop. Let's go.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. So now it may look bleak, but this one not over. They do have all 3 timeouts.
Even at this point on the field where it looks like, I mean, you're really backed up, hold them to a field goal. That's the mantra right now. You hold them to a field goal. You still got a chance to take care of business on the other end. But you're right. The 3 timeouts are going to be key. How well they use them to preserve clock as well as stopping them, that's the key to giving them a chance to win.
Trubisky to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Well, the defense did their job, and then, boom, a one-play drive. The offense does their job pretty well, too.
Is that called rewarding them and thanking them for what they did? They went right out and put points on the board. Thank you so much for getting us the football.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Winston readies the offense. Down by 9. Under 1:20 to go. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery. But first things first. 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
They start the drive with Peterson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing, Winston. And he fires one incomplete. Out of the backfield, Adrian Peterson was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Winston. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter, going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Now a desperation throw. And this is caught inside the 5. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. To throw is Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Cody Latimer, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Here's Winston. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Eddie Goldman with a sack. Jameis to throw it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys who's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly. Wise beyond his years. So for Chicago, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.